Death Valley Clemson Memorial Stadium. First month of the season, teams starting to take shape, find out what they can do, and we will learn more here in week. It's the North Carolina Tar Heels and the Clemson Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Death Valley, the tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason. This is where teams' dreams come to die. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. They tried to get the wall set up for him. Not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. The Tar Heels offense will go on the attack first. Onto the field comes Billy Edwards. Last time out, completed better than 80% of his passes and a 300-yard day through the air. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Snagged on the outside, it's Thurman.
Well, the quarterback dropped back, read the coverage, and realized there was nobody even close to his tight end over on the outside of the field. So, simple pitch and catch, and that's an easy first down.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. So the opening drive of the game, and you spin it up. That's not the way to get things started.
Coaches are always preaching about not committing penalties and winning the turnover battle. So you're able to go on this first drive, and you're doing a couple positive things, and then turn it over, not the start this offense wanted.
Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll start this drive going to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny. You spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that. They've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Trying to keep the drive alive. Picks up the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
You know, I like the idea to go for it there on fourth down, too, because at this distance, it's definitely not so your best chances of scoring points and paying this drive off are to go for it on that fourth down, and, of course, they go out and get it.
Looking to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Working on the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Off play action on first down. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Rides the back and leaves it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He'll throw on 3rd down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot successfully. Nice job by this defense.
Looking for a push on 4th down. He's not quite going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Off the play fake on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Buying some time.
Well, as soon as he got outside the pocket, the defense smelled blood in the water. Everybody started pursuing. And how about the big hit on the QB outside the pocket? At that point, he's a runner. He's not getting protected anymore. Nice job. He felt that one.
Back to pass. It's Edwards. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Right down the middle. He can't make the catch. Had it right in his hands, and it'll be 4th down. And the Tar Heels decide to punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
At the end of that last play, there is a Tar Heel down on the field and shaken up. The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Davidson. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Had to start that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the 1st down.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Looking to move the chains. They throw complete to the left. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the big tackle.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off right at the goal line. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Looking downfield, it's Edwards. Oh, they're after him. They'll mark him down at the 17, and that'll be enough to move the chains.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Quick release by the QB. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Trying play action. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long. The Tar Heels are marching down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Rushes on him. Makes the grab. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. And the Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. Pulls it in at the 25. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. He's got great speed. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Tigers. The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. The whole thought process is just get the ball back, and what will we do on offense? And the special teams takes care of that.
What a great was going to get the ball reached. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution of that punt return.
Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the North Carolina sideline. Coming off that turnover, they know their defense has had their back, but the offense has to make them pay. This is an opportunity for them to get back in this game. It's been close so far, but the offense has to get on the board. Coming off that turnover, I feel the momentum shifting down here on this sideline. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. To the air. It's Edwards. Here's a heat. Wide open downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He leaves it with the back. Shows him the stiff arm. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll go right back to him. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley, they'll try to bully their way for the first. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Lets it fly on the move. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Quarterback making adjustments. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. It's Moore. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
And then man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Looking for a crease. It's Davidson. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Got his man. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage. Defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And he makes the extra point. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to pay.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looking for a man, it's Edwards. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires to the big fella. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. What a terrible, terrible shame. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. They'll run this play from the pistol. On the move, it's Davidson.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground with the running back. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. And the Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. Now the play fake. Now sliding to his left. Heaves it on the run. Pulls in the deep ball. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Now on 1st and goal, a score here, and that mountain is huge if you want to make a comeback. try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
This really has been a tale of two quarters for this offense. They were shut out in the first quarter, and they've been lighting the scoreboard up in the second. Give this offensive coordinator some credit. He found a rhythm. He was able to get this offense churning big plays out one after another, and right now they are playing with tons of confidence.
And he takes this from inside the... And what a terrible play. You just can't run back into the end zone like that, and it's going to be a safety.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost when you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. This offense is...
Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Got 6 on first down now. On the ground inside. It's Johnson. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Wants to throw on first down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Fires to the tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Wants to throw it again. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. North Carolina will call its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's York. Breaks into the open. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Tar Heels are in the hurry-up. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. He's got it on the move. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll set up to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UNC!
And the offense had to have a drive. They had to put points on the board. 0 points until this drive. Down in this ball game. Needed to get some momentum. Gonna need a lot more in the second half if they want to win this football game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Just enough time for one final play of the half. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Tar Heels will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Hey, guys, checking in with the Tigers head coach. The first half was okay, even though they've got a lead. He understands the ACC season opener, conference opener, they've got to be even better in the third quarter. He said there's some things we can clean up, some positives we can build on, but their intensity has to remain strong here to start the second half.
Okay, Holly. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll keep it on the ground. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Running inside, it's Davidson. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, sticks that big mitt up there and grabs it. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That's the sophomore running back there taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. They got the sack, but there is a man down on the play. Training staff is out there tending to the injured player, and we will step aside. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Leaves it with the back. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half, and you've got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Clemson will send the punt team out. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Back to throw, it's Edwards. Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield, it's Thurman. There he goes. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to keep it in the air. Makes the catch. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll test the right side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. Shows him the stiff arm. Delivers another punch. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
Pulls and fires complete. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Get it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, North Carolina! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Takes a hit as he fires.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. This has been a staple of the offense at Clemson. Get those big receivers, let them make plays downfield, and it's been very effective over the years.
Yeah, and good quarterback play obviously helps, but when you got good matchups on the outside, it kind of makes the defense very predictable. Like, I got to give help. Okay, it helps my running game. You don't give help. Okay, I'm throwing to my freak out wide. So I think these guys on the outside with all that speed definitely are a problem for defenses.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Davidson. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? He might want another play. To the air on second down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Preston. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. As we head to the fourth quarter, this guy is seeing the defense. Look how he spread the ball around. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. The run inside. It's Davidson. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Soft spot in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Looking downfield on first down. Caught. They will score. Touchdown, Tigers. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the fourth quarter. Nice job.
And the extra point is good, and the lead swells to 16, and it's getting late. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to pass. It's Edwards. Firing deep. Makes a grab for a big play. Turns it on down the left side. He's at the 10, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tar Heels. The Tar Heels respond with that score.
And that is exactly what this offense needs, man. They need that clock to stop. They need to make big plays and score. Their defense needs to join the party, get some stops, and the passing game continue to be hot, and they might get back in this football game.
On the run from inside his own 5. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davidson. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Got it behind the line. It's Brown. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Haynes. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Tigers will hustle to the line. They'll move the wide receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Pressure coming. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
I think most offensives around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Clemson will come to the line with the 1st and goal. The snap sets up to throw. Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And with this touchdown, man, you got to get a little bit excited. Get your first win of the season. The first 2 weeks has not gone how you wanted it to go. But today, put a good game together. Offense now scoring this last touchdown. Defense go out, hold on, don't make big mistakes, and you got your first dub of the season.
Bring in the heat. He's got it in the end zone for the 2, but will it stand? There is a flag down. Holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. 15-point lead, going for 2 here. If they get it, it'll be a 3-possession game. Wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, going to the air. He wants a big play here late. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, UNC! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. The Tar Heels respond with that score.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
So now it's second and long. Wide receiver going in motion. And back to the air on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception there.
Off the play fake. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their first. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Running inside. It's Haynes.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. That is the final timeout for the Tar Heels. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Come to the line at the 42, facing a third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up fourth down as this defense makes a play.
And, man, it's a big decision for this offense. Like, having the lead, does that change your mind? Are you less aggressive, or do you go for the gusto? Do you try to finish this thing off yourself by getting the first down, continuing to possess the ball here in the fourth quarter with the lead?
He'll field the punt. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Under fire, and down he goes.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This offense is up against it here. Trailing late in the game, the defense knows they're going to throw the football. First down, they get sacked. Second down, incompletion. There's no mystery what's happening here. Quarterback's just going to have to make a play on third down.
Hit as he throws. Got him downfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel. Gets nailed, but is able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
Here's the pressure. Being chased. And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
Well, I know when the defense goes back and watches this film, it's not going to be perfect, but that was the stop they needed, right, David? You've got two great offenses going back and forth. You just got to be able to break serve once, and the defense did it here at the very end. No matter how you do it, I know the stats weren't great, but the most important statistic, they get the win.
Get the win. Obviously, you worry about cleaning everything up, but you also want timely defense, right? Like when you need it, can you come through? I know a lot of people were holding their breath on the sideline, wondering if they would come through, but they did. They got the stop in a big moment. Their offense scored a bunch of points, and they walk away with the victory.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. A shot toward the end zone. Leaping grab for a big gain. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic, and this guy is having himself a day.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.